Press ahead, not back. Thank you for this golden opportunity, respected teachers, dear friends. My name is Priya Chochit. I am standing in front of you to say short speech on the topic of friends and friendship. As you know, we all have friends on our life. Friends is very precious gift we have ever received from our God. Um, co- from our God on our life. Friends is defined as the person who helps us on our hardest and difficult time, who help us to face our fear together, who try to solve our problem. The person who is happy or very proud on our success, on our project or of work, is known as true friend. True friend. The meaning of friends doesn't mean that we understand or help only each other. It also contains loyalty, support, and respect. The person who is always happy for our success is known as true friend. True friend. As we all have friends on our life, that doesn't mean that they all are true friends. Friends also contain, there are different types of friends. One are fake friends, so-called friends, and true friends. We all have that type of friend, but we cannot say which is wrong and which is right. As you have heard that real is red and fake is everywhere. It means we can hardly find one or two real friends, but fake friends are everywhere. Fake friends are everywhere. Friendship is the strongest bond among any kind of love relationship or any other relationship. Other relationship. And in simple way, the person who does not have friends is known friends. We can uh, call them like a fish without a water. Officer without a water. A fake friend will leave you on your toughest and hardest time. But a real friend will always stay. But a real friend will always stay on your side when you are on toughest or hardest time. When you about to give up. Who always trust you when no one trusts you is known as our true friend. At the end of my speech, I would like to say that friends and their friendship is the most beautiful and precious gift we had ever achieved from the God in our life. So that we should learn to take care of them, love them, and respect them, and show our loyalty and supportive to them. Friendship is the most strongest bond among any kind of blood relationship. Also, friends and their friendship is also one of our part of our family. In our heart, they are very precious to us. Thank you.
And scrambles all by himself and gathering brambles. Here is a tramp who stands and gazes, and there is the green for stringing the daisies. Here is a cart run away in the roads, lumping along with man and load. And here is a mill, and there is a river, each a glimpse and gone forever. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thanks, Farhad. Now, all of hands covered up.
To deliver my narrative speech on the topic of my experience regarding the third President Cup of Ramsar district. As we all know that yesterday the third President Cup officially ended. The long-awaited President Cup was started from the 9th of the Fagun to the 11th of the Fagun, which was conducted in the upper ground of the Monthali School. Monthali Secondary School. It was more than 21 countries, 21 schools of the Ramsar district had participated in this competition in hopes of winning the competition and uplifting the glory of their school. Me as well couldn't participate in this competition as a player, but I got to enjoy this competition as a viewer and shared many happy moments. Starting from the first day, we arrived at the ground at 8 a.m. to participate in the rally. All the scouters had been doing different activities for the different march past activities for the rally. So we practiced for the last time, and all the 80 scouters along with the players went to the rally. The rally the rally lasted for around 3 hours. All of us were really tired, but we kept going on. Finally, we went to the upper ground of the monthly school, where the official announcement of the third President Cup was done. We also saw different species and did our march past. Though we weren't able to secure any of the highest position in the march past, we learned many things and hope to do better next time. Similarly, the long-awaited Kabaddi Championship was also held at 2 p.m. in the evening. Though I was late and wasn't able to enjoy the first match of our school, but I heard that the girls did pretty well. I was really contented to hear it. Similarly, we enjoyed all the different other matches in the hot sun. Again, came the next day. Both boys and the girls had a competition with the Little Star School. As expected, both the girls and the boys won, making our entrance in the semi-finale. Though there was vast competition between the boys and girls, while the boys won just by 1 mark, but it was a win for us. Similarly, the semi-finale, even in the semi-finale, both the girls and the boys won, making our trip to the finale. This was the first time in the 3 years history for the boys to get straight into the finale. Similarly, in the next day came the finale. As usual, we went to the ground at 7 a.m., which we regretted later because the program was delayed till 1 p.m. 1 p.m. Even in the competition, the ground roared with cheering for the monthly school. This made me little scared about the condition of our school. Then the kabaddi match of the girls started. And in the first, the girls were losing points, which made us little scared, and we were hoping that for the best for the girls. And finally, the match went in the favor of the girls, and we won the girls kabaddi match with monthly school with more than 5+ scores. Unfortunately, we weren't able to win the boys kabaddi match, but the boys did pretty well. They were also able to knock out one of the strongest player of the boys player of the monthly secondary school, which was worth the praise for them. In this way, we really enjoyed the third President Cup. All the standing in the sun and sitting there with not proper food was worth it. As you can also see that my voice isn't even in the pretty well condition due to lots of cheering, but as we can see, it was worth it. And finally, our school was able to maintain the history of winning thrice in the girls kabaddi. Hope we can do better next time. Thank you and have a nice day.
Good. Very good.
आफ्नो लागि जिउने धेरै हुन्छन्, तर अरूको लागि जिउने केवल एक आमा। आदरणीय प्रधानाध्यापकज्यू, सहायक प्रधानाध्यापकज्यू, अन्य गुरुवर्ग तथा मेरा प्यारा प्यारा साथीहरूमा म कक्षा 9 मा अध्ययन सृष्टि सुवेदीको न्यानो अभिवादन। आज म तपाईहरूको सामु एउटा छोटो मन्तव्य लिएर उपस्थित भएकी छु। मेरो मन्तव्यको शीर्षक छ आमा। संसारमा सबै थोक मिल्छ घरिघरि, तर जन्म दिने आमा पाइदैन कसै गरी। यो कवितांशले हामीलाई जन्म दिने आमाको मूल्य संसारमा पाइने केही कुरासँग पनि तुलना गर्न योग्य नरहेको पुष्टि गर्दछ। आमा शब्द आफैमा व्यापक र विशाल छ। आमा संसारकी सृजना हुन्, सृष्टिकर्ता हुन्। आमा शब्द लिने हरेक व्यक्तिले, आमा शब्द व्यक्त गर्ने हरेक व्यक्तिको हृदय गौरवले फुल्छ, किनकि यस धरतीमा कसैको अस्तित्व छ भने त्यो केवल आमाकै कारणले। यस संसारमा भएका हरेक प्राणीले यो सुन्दर विश्व चियाउने सुनौलो अवसर प्रदान गर्ने पनि आमा नै हुन्। हरेक प्राणीका लागि आमाको स्थान उत्तिकै भए तापनि मानवको सन्दर्भमा हेर्ने हो भने आमाको स्थान सर्वोपरि रहेको छ। यो विश्व आमाको विशालतामा अडिएको छ, रमाइएको छ, फैलिएको छ र फुलेको छ। आमाले आफ्ना सन्तानका लागि जस्तो सुकै दुःख र कष्ट भोग्न तत्पर रहने आमाले 9 महिना गर्भमा राखी शिशुलाई जन्म दिन्छन्, उसलाई हुर्काउँछिन्, बढाउँछिन् र उसको खुसीमा आफ्नो रहरहरू तालिन जली गराएर जीवनयापन गर्दछिन्। आमाको हृदय धरती झै विशाल छ। त्यसैले त आमा संसारमा सबैभन्दा प्रिय र सुमधुर शब्द हो, सबैभन्दा धेरै लिने आवाज हो र सबैभन्दा ठुलो विशालता भएको शब्द हो। जननी जन्मभूमि स्वर्गदपि गरिएसी भन्ने भनाइले पनि हामीलाई जन्म दिने आमा र जन्मभूमि स्वर्ग भन्दा पनि प्यारा हुन्छन् भन्ने आशय व्यक्त गर्दछ। आमाको महत्त्व स्वर्गमा होस् या धरतीमा होस्, जहिले पनि अतुलनीय नै रहन्छ। यो धरती आमाको मायामा अडिएको छ, आमाको बीच सत्यमा भाँचिएको छ र आमा रूपी विशाल वृक्षको छहारीमा सुरक्षित रहेको छ। आमाको कर्म र मायालाई नबुझ्ने मानिसहरू पनि यो संसारमा कयौँ होलान्, तर उनीहरूको जीवन सही अर्थमा जीवन होइन। जीवनको हरेक सुख दुःखमा आमालाई स्मरण गर्ने र आमाको खुसीको निम्ति प्रयासरत रहने सन्तान नै एक असल सन्तान हो। यदि संसारमा भएका हरेक सन्तानले आफ्नो आमालाई खुसी राख्न सके, हाम्रो यो संसार हर्षको आँसुले सिन्चन भई हराभरा बन्दथ्यो होला र त्यसै गरी संसारमा दुःख नामक कुनै वस्तु वा बाधा पनि रहँदैन थियो। आमाको हँसिलो अनुहार नै सन्तानको समृद्ध भविष्य र सुखी जीवनको आधार हो। यति भन्दै आफ्नो भनाइ यही टुङ्ग्याउन चाहन्छु। धन्यवाद। हजुरको दिन शुभ रहोस्।
Principal sir, other teachers and my dear friend. My name is Barsha Shrestha, representing the Red House. Today I am standing in front of you to recite my poem. The title of my poem is Dreams. Hold fast to dream, hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken winged bird that cannot fly. Hold fast to dreams, for when dreams go, life is a barren field frozen with snow. Thank you and have a nice day.
Very good.
Thanks for Arna Fatama from Standard 8. Today I get golden opportunity chance to stand in front of you all and to deliver a short speech on the topic of dowry system. The amount of money and other things or property given to groom's side from bride side is known as dowry. In other words, the money and other things or property given to daughter from her parents on her marriage, which she takes it to her husband's house, is called dowry. It was willingly given earlier, but nowadays the bride side is forced to keep dowry on the basis of bargaining. It has become one of the greatest social evil. Dowry was started as a blessing, but with time, man's greediness has corrupted scareness of marriage. The parents of our daughter collect a lot of money, thinking that it will be used in their daughter's marriage to get a good husband. But this system becomes more serious when sons are sold like a domestic animals. Both the sides bargain for buying and selling. The more dowries you take, the more prestigious you are considered has become a thought. Mostly the mothers are responsible for taking dowries than the fathers. This system has forced many people to go for abortion when they get to know about the female children in their womb. Many brides are burnt alive, suffocated, poisoned, hanged or killed in many ways. Sometimes they are forced to give more dowries even after getting married. Dowries force bride side to give more, and they lead brides to suffer different domestic violence. Because of dowries, Girls are not considered as much as valued as boys. Getting a daughter is thought to be a curse, but son to be a boon. This fatal social evil misbalances in creation. Man and woman are considered to be the two wheels of a single cart. Without one, the other cannot run. So the decreasing number of female can make many male children remain unmarried in the future. This can increase immoral activities against women. The rape cases can be seen more than what we get nowadays. In this way, we can see that dowry system has become a dangerous to our society. We can find good ways. We should find good ways to control it. A very strict law should be implemented to overcome this social evil, which has swallowed many newly wedded brides. Apart from this, we should discourage and humiliate those people who are taking dowries. We should avoid people that we should not take dowries. It can be ended when the mentality of people is changed. I am totally not in the favor of this dowry system. And what about you? Thank you and have a great day.
Thank you, Krishna, for our amazing speech. Now I would like to invite Durga Krishna from class 7 to deliver our Nepali speech.
तपाईहरुको सामने एउटा छोटो मन्तव्य लिएर उपस्थित भएकी छु। मेरो मन्तव्यको शीर्षक रहेको छ अनुशासनको महत्त्व। शासन शब्दमा अनु उपसर्ग लागेर बनेको अनुशासन शब्दको अर्थ राम्रो नियम वा मानिसले गर्नुपर्ने राम्रो आचरण अथवा बानी बेहोरा हो। अनुशासन मानिसको गहना हो। अनुशासन बिनाको मानिस लगाम बिनाको घोडा जस्तै हुन्छ। जसरी लगाम बिनाको घोडा आफू खुसी जहाँ मन लाग्यो त्यही जान्छ र जे पायो त्यही खान्छ, उसलाई के राम्रो के नराम्रो केही पनि थाहा हुँदैन। यसरी आफू खुसी काम गर्दाखेरि उसलाई एक दिन ठुलो सङ्कट पर्न सक्छ। त्यसरी नै मानिसमा पनि अनुशासन भएन भने एक दिन उसलाई ठुलो आपद पर्न सक्छ। अनुशासन बिनाको मानिसलाई कसैले पनि मन पराउँदैन र उसले जीवनमा केही पनि प्रगति गर्न सक्दैन। ठीक समयमा उठ्नु, ठीक समयमा पढ्नु, ठीक समयमा विद्यालय जानु, गुरु तथा गुरुआमाले दिनुभएको क्रिया कार्यहरू समयमै गर्नु, आफूभन्दा ठुलालाई सम्मान गर्नु, आफूभन्दा सानालाई माया गर्नु, कक्षामा अनुशासित भएर बस्नु र अनावश्यक हल्ला नगर्नु आदि जस्ता कुराहरू विद्यार्थीहरूमा हुनुपर्ने गुणहरू हुन्। यी सबैलाई अनुशासन भनिन्छ। एउटा राम्रो रुख र त्यसले राम्रो फल दिनको लागि त्यसको बिरुवा राम्रो हुनुपर्छ। र राम्ररी मलजल गरिएको हुनुपर्छ। त्यसरी नै भविष्यमा एउटा राम्रो इमानदार र सबैले मन पराउने व्यक्ति बन्नको लागि विद्यार्थी रूपी जीवनदेखि नै अनुशासनको राम्रो मलजल गरिएको हुनुपर्छ। त्यसैले अनुशासन भनेको विद्यार्थीहरूलाई लक्ष्यमा पुर्याउने एकमात्र बाटो हो। अनुशासन नभएको भए लक्ष्मीप्रसाद देवकोटा महाकवि बन्ने थिएनन् र बुद्ध भगवान बन्ने थिएनन्। अनुशासन नभएको भए बुद्ध भगवान बन्ने थिएनन्। अहिले संसारमा सबै जति मानिसहरू ठुला बनेका छन्, नाम कमाएका छन् र संसारमा पूज्य बन्न सफल भएका छन्, ती सबै अनुशासनले गर्दाखेरि हो। हरेक ठाउँमा पुग्नको लागि एउटा बाटो चाहिन्छ। यदि हामी बाटो बिना हिँड्न थाल्यो भने त्यहाँ ठुला खोला नालाहरू जङ्गलहरू हुन सक्छन्। त्यसैले हामीले निश्चित बाटोमा हिँड्ने गर्नुपर्छ। त्यो बाटो भनेको अनुशासन हो। अन्त्यमा भन्नुपर्दा हामी अनुशासित हुनुपर्छ र अनुशासन नभएका मानिसहरूलाई पनि अनुशासनको महत्त्वको बारेमा बुझाइदिनुपर्छ। अनुशासनले मानिसलाई योग्य बनाउँछ। अनुशासन जीवनको भरलाग्दो साथी हो र योग्य अभिभावक हो। धन्यवाद। हजुरहरूको दिन शुभ रहोस्।
My dear friends,
My name is Riaz Bhuzel from class 6. Today I am standing in front of you to recite a poem. The title of my poem is Dust of Snow. The way a crow swooped down on me, the dust of snow from a hemlock tree has given my heart a change of mood the day that I had you.
Thanks for now all of you hands cover up. And side. And side.
भएकी छु मेरो मन्तव्यको शीर्षक रहेको छ असल साथी। साथी भनेको जीवन जिउने क्रममा आइपर्ने दुःख सुखमा साथ दिने मित्र हो। साथी जीवनको नभई नहुने अङ्ग जस्तै हो। साथी बिनाको जीवन नुन नहालेको तरकारी जस्तै खल्लो र निरस हुन्छ। प्रत्येक व्यक्तिको एउटा वा धेरै साथीहरू अवश्य हुन्छन्। कुनै बालककाल युवा अवस्था बिरुलीका जुनसुकै अवस्थाका साथी भए पनि जीवन जिउने क्रममा सजिलो हुन्छ। प्रत्येक व्यक्तिको एउटा वा धेरै साथीहरू अवश्य हुन्छन्। कुनै साथीहरू क्षणिक हुन्छन् भने कुनै सधैँभरिका लागि हुन्छन्। कुनै पनि स्वार्थ र साथीले मात्र हाम्रो जीवनको दुःख सुखमा साथ दिन सक्छन्। सबै मानिसले असल साथी पाउन सक्दैनन्। असल साथी पाउने मानिस व्यक्तिको जीवन सफल हुन्छ। आफू पनि कसैको असल साथी बन्न सक्नुपर्छ र अनि मात्र आफूले पनि असल साथी पाउन सकिन्छ। असल साथीले सबै कुरालाई सकारात्मक रूपमा लिन्छ। जात भात शिक्षित अशिक्षित धनी गरी कुनै पनि आदि किसिमको भेदभाव असल सम्बन्धमा हुँदैन। असल साथी निस्वार्थी हुन्छन्। असल साथीले आफ्नो साथीलाई समस्या पार्दा ज्यानको बाजी थापेर सहयोग गर्छ। भनिन्छ गाँस छोड्नु तर साथ नछोड्नु। असल साथीले आफ्नो साथीको आवश्यकता र समस्यालाई बुझेर आफ्नै जस्तो ठानेर काम गर्छ। असल साथी त्यसलाई भनिन्छ जसले आफ्नो साथीको लागि मन वचन र कर्मले लाग्छ। असल साथीमा उदार भावना हुन्छ, साथै उसमा मानवता पिरमर्का बुद्धि र क्षमता पनि हुन्छ। असल साथीले साथीको सफलतामा हौसला र खुसी प्रदान गर्छ भने असफलतामा दुखी र सहानुभूति प्रकट गर्छ। सफलता व्यक्तिको पछि असल साथीको महत्त्वपूर्ण देन हुन्छ। सङ्गत चुनाको फल भने चाहिँ यदि हामीले सानैदेखि असल सङ्गत गरेका छौँ भने हाम्रो विवेक सोचाइ बुद्धि सबै राम्रो बन्न जान्छ। म असल छु, मेरा कार्यहरू असल छन् भन्ने लागे पनि असलमा हाम्रो क्रियाकलापहरू गलत हुन पनि सक्छन्। अन्त्यमा भन्नुपर्दा यदि हामीले जीवनमा सफल पाउनु छ भने असल साथीको सङ्गत गर्नुपर्छ। आफू पनि असल हुनुपर्छ र अनि मात्र असल साथी पाउन सकिन्छ। गलत साथीको सङ्गतले हाम्रो जीवनै पुरै बर्बाद हुन सक्छ। असल र असल साथीको मेलबाट नै असल समाज र असल देशको निर्माण हुन्छ। त्यसैले असल साथी भनेको जीवनको अभिन्न अङ्ग जस्तै हुन्छ। धन्यवाद।
Now I'd like to call here Supriya Karki from grade 6 to tell you Harari.
Thank you, House Captain. Today's our daughter will become tomorrow mother. Tomorrow's mother will become the day after tomorrow mother-in-law. This is the life cycle of being girl. Good morning, respected principal sir, vice principal sir, all the teachers, and my dear friends. I am Supriya Karki from Standard 8, representing the Red House. I am standing in front of you to deliver a short speech on the topic of is it safe to birth a girl in our society? As I know, when a woman convinces the child and she knows she is having a baby girl, then she feels dilemma what to do, accept or don't. Yes, that is the major issues bring us. We girl, when comes into the world, then problem comes instinctively. Can't we have to survive on the earth? Can't we extend from the parental period? A mother should face all these problems while before having a girl in the society. Today our society is getting transformation as modern generation. Although why we could not change, why our mind could not change, why we are abusing to girls. Why we are abusing to the girl. One day a girl will appear only on our history and artificial pictures and will become ridiculous from this type of misbehavior. That's why you and me, let's come together and change our mind,
shake hand to clean dirt of our mind. At last I want to say that please respect to the girls and the girls and boys are the two eyes which is two eyes to see the world and do not discrimination between girls and boys. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Brothers, sisters, and my dear friends, my name is Akriti Kesi, representing from Red House. Today I am standing in front of you to tell short story on the topic of foolish book. Once upon a time there was a foolish boy sitting on a tree. In his mouth there was a piece of bread. The fox saw him. He wanted a piece of bread, so he started to say good thing about the crow. Then he asked the crow to sing. The crow was happy with his roar, so he opened his beak to sing. The piece of bread fell in the ground, and the fox ate the crow was very sad. The moral of this story is we should not be foolish. Thank you and have a nice day.